bidding my warmest greetings to all the beautiful souls out there. I am Maysa and I am from Insar Rabbani Islamic Junior High School. And today, I'll be telling you guys a story. Can you guess what it is? Well, it is about a girl and a big bad wolf. Do you know the answer yet? Well, for those who haven't known the answer yet, let's just look and see. So it all started in a village, not far away. There lived a little girl and her parents. Every time this girl went out, she always wore a red riding cloak. So everyone in the village, literally everyone, called her Little Red Riding Hood. One day, Little Red Riding Hood asked her mother if she could go and visit her grandmother because it has been a while since they've seen each other. That's a very good idea, my child. I'll pack you a nice, cute little basket for you to bring to your grandmother, okay? There is some meat here, a bottle of milk, and a letter, Now be nice and polite when you get there. Say, good morning, grandmother, and don't go snooping around the place upsetting her. Remember, go straight to your grandmother's house. The forest is dangerous. Have you got all that? Little Red Riding Hood assured her mother that she understood perfectly and will do exactly the same as she told her to. Don't worry, Mommy, I'll be safe. And so, off she go. But suddenly, a huge wolf appeared in front of her. Now this wolf wasn't a very nice wolf. But Little Red Riding Hood, being young and naive, thought everybody she met was just as nice, pure, and honest as she was. So she stopped and greeted the wolf. Good morning, Mr. Wolf. Good morning, little girl. What are you doing out here? All alone. I am going to my grandmother's house, Mr. Wolf. Your grandmother's house? Where does she live? In the forest near the brooks. At that time, the wolf was very hungry, and he is planning to eat Little Red Riding Hood and her grandmother at the same time. And a few minutes later, Little Red Riding Hood realized that she was very, very late and she needs to get going. Oh my, I'm sorry, Mr. Wolf. I gotta get going. My grandmother is waiting for me. But on the other side, the wolf took a shortcut. And a few minutes later, he arrived at grandmother's house and he knocked on the door softly. Come in, my dear. I thought something bad had happened to you in the forest, said grandmother, thinking that the knock was her granddaughter. So, the wolf stepped his feet in, and poor grandmother did not have the time to say another word before the wolf gobbled her up. After that, he poked into grandmother's dress and waited for Little Red Riding Hood to came. And a few minutes later, she came. Who's there? It is I, Little Red Riding Hood. Oh, come in, come in. So, she came in. Grandmother, your voice sounds so odd. Is everything okay? Ah, yes, everything is okay. I just got a little bit of cold. But, Grandmother, what big eyes you have! The better to see you with, little girl. But, Grandmother, what big ears you have! Said Little Red Riding Hood as she leans closer to the bed. The better to hear you with, little girl. But, Grandmother, what big teeth you have! And poor Little Red Riding Hood, she became the next victim of the wolf. After that, the wolf felt really full and he let out a satisfied bird. And a few minutes later, he fell asleep. Just then, a huntsman was just passing by and he heard a weird noise coming from the bedroom's window. So, he decided to check it out. And he saw the wolf! So, he stepped his feet in the cottage and he took out his rifle. He took a good aim at the wolf and then he shot the wolf dead. Wow, what a cool story! But before I say goodbye to all of you, I found a letter which Little Red Riding Hood dropped when she's on her way to her grandmother's cottage. Got it! Let's read it together, shall we? Dear Little Red Riding Hood, please obey everything I say. Go straight to grandmother's house and do not talk to strangers. And don't ever spread private information to strangers. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Maysa. Thank you so much for your attention. Bye-bye!